Okay, this is just an addendum to the prior tutorial about adaptive tuning. In that one, we were looking at adaptive 1, which is what we refer to in the paper here as unanchored. And that means that when the fundamental changes, it's always changing relative to the prior fundamental. So it can drift off into any number of places. In adaptive anchored, instead of drifting off wherever, it is set by an anchor scale. In this case, it's set to equal temperament. I could set it to some other tune scale, in which case we need to set the fundamental of that scale as well. But we're just going to use equal temperament, which means that every current fundamental is always going to be an integer, which you can see when we do this. And that helps keep the thing from drifting and helps it behave a little bit more in a more disciplined way. That might not be a preferable way, but in a more disciplined way. So what we're going to look at is this other example in the paper where we're set to 4 notes for a maximum. So after 4 notes, the fundamental is going to reset. So we'll start on C with the offset of 0 cents. We'll change by, we'll play a G above that. That'll be 2 cents sharp. Now, the C is not going to change. The C is still going to be the fundamental. So that means this A is going to be tuned relative to that C. So it's going to be a just A. It'll be flat by almost 16 cents relative to equal temperament. And then we'll go back to C. And C is still the fundamental because we've just played 4 notes. So it's going to be 0 off from equal temperament. When we play the next note, this A, the fundamental is going to reset because it's after 4 notes, and it's going to be equal tempered 0 because we've set the anchor scale to be equal tempered. So let's show that really quickly here. C. Okay, so you heard that A is now different than the previous one. Let me reset that and show it one more time. And you'll notice the A's are different. Okay, so that's just a demonstration of adaptive anchored if you want to try to keep your adaptive system from drifting too much. Okay, that's all there is to these two adaptive systems. They are, I will say, primitive, and so they're probably not going to give you, well-behaved sorts of performance. And so if you're looking for something that sort of automatically just tunes everything for you, it's not going to really do that for you. It will create some other fun things that might be useful compositionally. The next, I don't know how many tutorials yet, are going to look at spring tuning. And spring tuning does range from really almost imperceptible automatic just tuning and dynamic tuning where it just changes as you play, to also some kind of outrageous effects. Okay, so on to that.